Hey, it's Will Ripley with JamPlay.com. So this is going to be an extension of the lesson previous, and so we had all those cool parts. And that single note riff at the beginning. And all that good stuff. So hopefully you got that stuff dialed in. This chorus is probably the easiest part of the song though. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to play an E, a G, a D, and an A. Okay? And by the way, when I just say just a letter, that automatically implies that it's going to be a major chord. However, you always have the choice of playing a power chord or the actual full chord. Okay? So you could actually gear up like a full E major chord, a full G chord, a full D chord, and an A chord. But what I'm going to suggest is we're going to kind of strip those down a little bit and just kind of play like the core elements of each one of those chords. And so what that is our first one is going to be our E power chord. Okay, big powerful E power chord. Love that one. You see this all over the place. And then from there, we're going to play a G. What I find is such a great resonant sounding G chord that you hear a lot in like Guns N' Roses and Led Zeppelin and all that kind of stuff, is actually just these two notes. Okay, and you can play it with a couple different fingers, kind of whatever feels most comfortable. I like to gear it up, funny enough, with my third and fourth finger, because this allows these two fingers to easily move to a C chord and some other stuff like that, which we'll get into actually in a future lesson here. But so we got our big powerful E power chord, big resonant two-finger G chord. We're going to go to not a D major, but a D sus2, which is actually easier than a D major in a lot of ways because it's just less fingers. So just those two fingers right there. And what's really great about this one, and what I'd really recommend you do basically almost all the time when you play your D chords, is to actually play it from your A string. Okay, and then just add a little bit of oomph in there, a little bit just punch the strings a little bit. It's one of the biggest chords in rock and roll right there. And you can see I'm just slightly muting that low E string just so I don't accidentally hit it when I'm winding up and plowing through those strings, just to stop that E string from ringing, right? So that's a super awesome technique, is just a mute string. So I just love just cranking into a big distorted amp and with a nice guitar and just running that chord right there. And then we've got our A chord. And really the main focus of this one, you can see I'm just using my first finger for an A chord. I really wouldn't recommend that you play your A chords like this, or you see all kinds of different ways of playing them. Like, why not just use one finger? Because you know what, you can. You just play A chord with one finger, and you can see I'm actually muting the top string. You can actually get it so you can play that full A chord like that. But really, honestly, the main focus here is similar to our E power chord. I'm really focusing on the power chord notes, which are just 3 notes, which is actually just technically 2 notes, one's repeated. But yeah, so here's what the chorus looks like in full speed using those chords. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Okay, and just a nice little kind of Zeppelin-esque riff there on the end. Okay, super, super basic. So 0, 3, 0, 3, and right back into that. And that's just such a common little zone. Right, you can just do so much with just those 2 little notes, and just using your imagination to create new rhythms. But it's just a ton of great songs are formed right in that little zone. Now we've got basically 3 parts to this song. So we've got our intro, and then we get that second part of the verse. You can just hold that too, but you can start cycling that. And then we got the chorus. 2, 3, 4. And really just focus on plowing your nice big strums, plowing that pick through the string, and really just nailing that chord on each one beat. Okay, so each chord is held technically for 1 bar, which equals 4 beats. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, right? So each chord lines right up on that 1. So what we're gonna do is put all the guitar parts to the song. We're gonna play with the track. So let's do that right now. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, go. You can play it up there too. So you can switch back and forth. Okay, now we're gonna switch to the big chord. Get ready for that switch. And here comes the chorus. It up, you can play it just with all down throws. Just kind of gives it a bit more building kind of feeling. So, super fun track. Lots of really cool, important classic rock guitar techniques. Everything from single note riffs, to nice big open chords, and to some just really powerful basic chords. And yeah, so this would be a great song. Hope you like it. I had a lot of fun recording this one, and hope you dig it too. And until the next lesson, keep on ripping it up.